Hi, I'm T.R. Williams, County Executive.
Hi, I'm Keith Durham, Mayor of the City of Lawrenceburg, the birthplace of Southern gospel music and the home of David Crockett.
Hi everybody, I'm Alan Betts. I'm host president of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series held in Lawrenceburg.
On behalf of the citizens of Lawrence County,
I want to welcome you to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
PSEC Productions, in association with K2 Media, proudly presents the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV Online. Now, live from the birthplace of Southern gospel music and the land of Crockett. With Cam Mashburn, here's Kevin Kilpatrick.
We are set for the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Kevin Kilpatrick along with Cam Mashburn, and this is our second broadcast of the day, and we're going to have Eastern Tennessee representatives, Giles County, Tennessee, against the Southwest representatives, and that is South Brazaria County, Texas. And Southern Brazaria County, Texas, with a comeback victory over the Westchester, California team on the opening afternoon of games. And that was an exciting matchup. Giles County coming into this afternoon's game, though, with an 0-2 record. Very important for them to get this victory, Cam.
It is very important. And, you know, and there's top three teams out of each pool moves on. The third, you know, they've got 2 losses. They've got 2 games left, a 2-2 record. They stand an outside shot of getting in that third slot. Now, is it doable? Yes. Is it probable? That remains to be seen. You know, but regardless, they've got to win the next 2 games to get off on the winning ways. They played a really good game in the game 1. Game 2, it was a tough one for Giles County, but today they've got to have good pitching. Without good pitching, they don't stand a chance.
The starting lineups brought to you by First Farmers. For the life you lead, Giles County will be batting first, and leadoff will be Miguel Hayes, the fine outfielder. He plays center field. Sam Hatfield will be batting second, and he plays second. Blade Matthews batting third, and he will be pitching to start the game off. Ben Peoples is playing first base, and he is batting fourth. Mac Young is batting fifth, and he is playing third base. Bryce Gibson is at shortstop, and he is batting sixth. Dallin Harris is batting seventh, and he is playing left field. Andrew Morgan is playing right field, and he is batting eighth. And Dylan Carmen is catcher, and he is batting in the ninth spot. And pitching for this Southern Brazaria County, Texas team is Perry, and we are talking about Blake Perry. He is listed on the roster as William Perry, and we made a joke about him being the William the Refrigerator Perry, but it's William the Blake Perry is what we'll call him. And now he's listed as Blake Perry in the lineup, so that's what we're going to refer to him as. And South Brazaria County, Texas, have victory in this tournament, and this is the first game, Cam, of a doubleheader for them today.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first game of a doubleheader, so that's going to come into play. They will turn right around after this one on this very same field and play Sarasota, Florida. So this is a big game for them.
And we are just about set for our first pitch of our second broadcast of the afternoon in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV. And we've got a great afternoon thus far weather-wise, and we'll get you the weather forecast brought to you by Martin Methodist College in just a second. But the first pitch is lifted foul and will drop harmlessly and nearly caught by outfielder Garcia.
The Williams Auto Sales keys to the game. These keys to the game are brought to you by, as I said, Williams Auto Sale and Auto Credit. Next time you're looking for a car or truck, go see Bobby O'Reilly for your new set of keys. The keys to the game is pitching. It's been that way. I've said it almost every game. You've got to have pitchers that throw strikes. Don't walk a lot of batters. Let the bats do the working. Let the bats beat you if they're going to beat you. Don't let pitching beat you. That's the key to the game.
We do have some nice weather so far, some cumulus clouds in the air right now.
I'm glad you know that.
I'm just taking a guess. I know that's one of the main clouds, and it kind of looks like those big puffy clouds are cumulus clouds. And it's Kevin Kilpatrick, as I mentioned, along with Cam Mashburn from our Parks Lumber broadcast position at Tom Cruise Field. Miguel Hayes goes down looking, one away.
It's 85 degrees and rising here at Tom Cruise Field with a 62% humidity, dew points at 70, 2-mile-an-hour wind out of the east, feels like 89. It's very muggy. Rain to our north and to our east, but none in the immediate Lawrence County area. Looks to be dry for this game.
Sam Hatfield now batting for Giles County. Attempts a bunt, but fouls it away.
The weather report is brought to you by Martin Methodist College, providing an education that's personal. If you're watching the game from Texas or from Giles County, use the hashtag BRWS15. Tell us where you're listening from. We'll try to get your tweets on the air, or you can tweet us at X Sports Radio.
Count even at 1-1 for Sam Hatfield. We will go over the Texas lineup as they come to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. The 1-2 count. Perry from the windup. Low and away, evens the count, 2-2.
If you're having trouble finding the games on xsportsradio.com, you can always go to our Twitter feed at xsportsradio and click on the link there. Just say.
And he knew that was strike three, did Sam Hatfield, and he goes back to the dugout with no argument. 2 strikeouts for the first 2 batters. Perry dealing thus far.
Making very quick work. Top half of this inning.
Blade Matthews, who's pitching today for Giles County, at the dish. Ben Peoples on deck.
Of course, Giles County didn't finish up their game last night till almost 12:30 Central Daylight Time. So hopefully these kids got home and got in the bed and got some rest.
1-1 to Matthews.
Texas did not play yesterday. This is only their second game of the tournament. So, Kevin, they're going to be well rested, and this Giles County bunch may be still a little tired.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Blade Matthews. 2 away here in the top half of the first inning, no score. Swing and a miss. Blade Matthews goes down for the 3rd out. No score after a half inning. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network, X Sports TV, and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit clawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money, and if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Lose them. Well,
We're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Kevin Kilpatrick along with Cam Mashburn getting set up and getting organized for this broadcast. And the first Farmers starting lineup is right here, right now for Southern Brazario County, Texas. Leading off will be Andrew Arizmendi. He is playing first base. Tyler Reinhart bats second for Southern Brazario County, Texas. Then it's Derek Cervantes, Nate Trevino, Brandon Dubose, Horatio Garcia Jr., Sam Ryback, Blake Perry, then Sincere Jackson. Andrew Arizmendi leading off. He takes that inside and nearly nicks the uniform. The uniform navy blue with the gray pants for Southern Brazaria County, Texas. And Arizmendi sporting the stirrups, the high pants.
A lot of these players wearing some sort of sleeve on their forearms. Well, that could be like a compression sleeve of some sort.
See a lot of them doing that these days.
I wonder if it's any cooler. Going strikes thus far.
Blade Matthews is, that's for sure.
Painting that outside corner. Little two-seam fastball.
That ball's lifted out of play just beyond the dugout of Southern Brazaria County. One and two. No score, bottom of the first inning. No outs. The 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball stays just outside. The 2-2 delivery. Shallow right field. That will be caught by the right fielder, Morgan. He makes a sliding catch. Fine play by the Giles County right fielder.
Well, it's a very nice play, and that part of the field is the soggiest part of the outfield. Of course, we've got about 4 inches of rain in this general area. The last between Friday and Saturday, and then we had some rain this morning, some light showers. Not a lot of sun to dry that part of the field up, though.
Reinhardt swings away on the first pitch and lines it into left center field for a base hit.
Very nice piece of hitting by Reinhardt. Nice line drive single.
Jumping on that first pitch fastball.
I always say the first pitch is the best one you're going to get. I don't know that that's necessarily true. It's old wives' tale.
That one's in there for a strike from Matthews to Cervantes, who is now batting.
Watch some of these major leaguers, where they paint the corners. They may not throw a strike for 2 or 3 batters. They're really close, and they hardly ever go down the middle of the strike zone.
The 0-1. Hit and run is on. Ball's lifted into right field, but Morgan will handle it. He's going to wing it to first base for attempted a double play, but the runner is back in time. 2 away, though. 2 putouts by Andrew Morgan. Nate Trevino now batting. The cleanup hitter for Southern Brazaria County, Texas. First pitch in there for a strike. Nate wears number 99.
Slider from Giles County.
He's got both feet right there on the inside portion of the batter's box. Twirls the bat around.
Very square.
The 0-1 delivery. Tapped foul. 0-2.
I was always one of those batters that liked to move the bat around as well. It's just something to do with timing and being covered. Every hitter's got their groove, their routine they do when they go to the plate, no matter what it is. And it's always interesting to watch and see what those players' routines are.
The runner goes. And he is safe. Stolen base for Reinhardt. Runner on second, 2 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trevino. That ball is lifted out of play. Remains 1-2.
So Southern Brazaria County is just south of Houston, Texas. They come into this tournament representing the state of Texas.
The 1-2 delivery from Matthews. Swing and a miss. That will end the bottom half of the first inning. No score. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Blake Perry deals in the top half of the second inning. Strike one to Ben Peoples. 3 strikeouts for Perry in the first inning. And that is strike number 2.
Yeah, struck out the side. Very nice pitching performance.
Thanks, Michelle IDS. Whatever that might be.
I'm not sure. She says, go B. Perry. She's cheering on the pitcher for SBC, South Brazaria County.
The ball is lifted out of play to the left of our broadcast position, which is just behind home plate.
Chris Delgado says, shout out to my cousin Derek, playing for SBC. Thanks for your tweets.
Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout of the day for Perry. Mac Young now bats, third baseman for Giles County. The righty grounds it to third base. Handling it is Cervantes. Oh no, that's Trevino at third base.
Camille says, shout out to Brazaria County.
Quickly 2 away.
Brazorio. That's Brazoria. There have been several misspellings of that on the schedules around it. Some's got the O, some's got the A.
We should just call it SBC. That'd make our lives easier,
wouldn't it?
Just
Texas. Just Texas. But several of the schedules we've got have been misprinted. That's going to happen when you've got this many teams.
Quickly 2-0 to Bryce Gibson. Shortstop for Giles County. There's a chopper to third. Handling it again is Trevino. Throws the ball high, but Arizmendi comes down with it. No hits, no runs. Bottom of the second coming up. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
And one pitch and one away as we get the bottom half of the second inning started. That was Brandon Dubose grounded out to shortstop.
Camille also gives a shout out to the photographer wearing Chacos. I guess that's how you say that. Chacos. Referring to, I'm assuming, to our good friend Jason Weaver down here with Matt Brown Photographers. Jason's got a fan.
Some good-looking sandals. Those things ain't cheap either.
No, we were just looking them up. It's $100 for those jokers.
That's some fine quality footwear right there.
There he is. Look at that.
Jason has no clue.
He has no idea, does he? He's going to be so mad. Oh, my goodness. He needs $100 for a pair of sandals. Look at that.
That ball is up and away as number 25 steps to the dish for Southern Brazaria County, Texas. That is Horatio Garcia Jr., the right fielder. Away again.
Of course, Brazaria County has about 313,000 people in the entire county. This is South Brazaria County.
Chopper back to the pitcher. On to first for out number 2. Blade Matthews doing a fine job thus far for Giles County.
He really is. I've been really impressed with Blade. Pitching a fine game thus far.
It's pitch into contact. He's given up one single so far. Sam Rybach at the dish. Blake Perry, the pitcher in the on-deck circle, will come to the plate if Rybach reaches.
Derek from Brazaria County is getting another shout-out all the way from Port Lavaca, Texas. I believe that's right. Some port in Texas. Let's just go there. I'm terrible with pronunciations of places that I've always been that way. Don't understand why I need to do a better job, I guess.
3 balls, 1 strike to Sam Rybach. Pop fly right field. That's going to get down. Rybach going for second. Here comes the throw. And he is out. Hosed at second base. My. Well, that's how we're going to end the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Top of the third on the way. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech.
As we start the top of the third inning, that is a foul ball lifted out of play from Dallin Harris.
Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag BRWS15. We'll get them on the air. Got several from Texas coming in. Those of you listening on xsportsradio.com or watching our live feed. Welcome in our listeners from Giles County on WKSR 106.7.
The 1-on-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Dallin Harris down 1-2. On deck better is Andrew Morgan. Line shot into the netting right over the dugout of SBC.
Yeah, the open air dugouts. They're not buried, they're above ground. For those of you listening on the radio and maybe can't see it on our live stream.
Let's go Colby, number 21.
Kinsley sends that to us.
Swing and a miss. Harris going down, swinging.
Is that 5 strikeouts now?
That is 5 strikeouts indeed for Perry.
Wow, he's dealing. The most we saw in a game thus far is 6, and that came from Pennsylvania. Esposito had that. Most in World Series history is 18.
Andrew Morgan now batting, the right fielder. After the base hits to right field a moment ago to end the last inning, the runner attempted to go to second, and Andrew Morgan with a hose to second base threw him out as he attempted the double.
To get 18 strikeouts in a game, you would have to strike out every one you face except for 3 hitters. If you're going to pitch a complete 7-inning game, that's dealing. If you're pitching, you know, that was from 1965, I believe, that record. I think it's safe to say
that's
it's
something.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that that's a record that will not be broken. It'd be very difficult to do so.
That is a strike.
Tell you what, he's on pace. He's giving it a run for his money, but these Giles County hitters are a very good team.
That ball is skied into left field. Sincere Jackson camps underneath it and makes the play. Out number 2.
See what, Sincere is a heck of a ball player. He was instrumental in that big comeback that Brazaria County had against, South Brazaria County had against California on day number 1.
Dylan Carmen, the catcher, now batting for Giles County. Pokes that one into right center field, and that will drop for a base hit. That's in between the right fielder and center fielder, and he is going for 2, and he's in there safely.
Very good piece of hitting.
And running.
Yes, it was. Very well heads up. on his way to second. And you can see the sliding last night was an issue for all the teams that played on that field after our rain delay. When they would slide, they would pretty much just stop right in the mud. The old saying, stuck in the mud. They were sticking in the mud, but he slid pretty well and could glide right through it. Field in much better condition than it was last night.
Miguel Hayes, leadoff batter. Struck out looking his first at bat. Takes that one for a strike. Giles County with a chance to get on the board. Hayes bats right-handed. And that ball gets away from the catcher. Dylan Carmen advances to third base.
And Kevin, we've seen some games thus far in the tournament where errors and pass balls have really made a difference in the outcome of the game. And South Brazaria County, in fact, it made a big difference in their game on Thursday.
Dubose, the catcher from SBC, getting some instruction from the coach. Square up on that ball. Get down, block it. That ball is away and wild. Harris coming in. He will slide underneath the tag. He is safe. Giles County on the board.
He was off to the races. Good wheels by the Giles County runner. And tell you what, Kevin, that's on one hit. Giles County gets a run just on pass balls. We've seen a lot of pass balls in this tournament. You see the replay on the Vision Center replay. All of our replays on our live TV broadcast is brought to you by Vision Center.
Miguel Hayes with a chopper to first base. But Arizmendi will handle that ably, and that will record the third out of the inning. 1 run, 1 hit for Giles County. 1-0 is our score. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Nothing.
Got it.
2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Giles County still leading 1-0 over SBC. We apologize. We've been experiencing a few technical difficulties, and hopefully we're back and up and running. But not much has transpired since our little technical delay. Again, 1-0 the score. Giles County leading over SBC. SBC is batting, and at the dish for SBC is number 15, Derek Cervantes. 2 away here, the bottom of the third.
Of course, if you're watching us on live stream on xsportsradio.com, you stayed up with video feed, but all of our listeners on KSR and TuneIn Radio on 103.1, you lost audio. We apologize for that. I think we're back up and going at this point.
That ball is in there for a strike.
With the amount of wires and cables and things that was brought in for this tournament to get all this, make all this possible, anything's possible.
There are runners on first and second. Reinhardt on first, Arizmendi on second for SBC as you hear the crowd chanting SBC, trying to cheer on their players.
I think it's a really nice touch from the South Brazaria County players. On the back of their uniforms, got the American flag up on the center of the back.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cervantes.
Of course, the Tennessee team jerseys that Giles County wore Thursday night, and then Lawrence County has been wearing all tournament, has the state of Tennessee logo, the outline of the state, actually, top half of the jersey.
There's a line shot to shortstop, grabbed by the shortstop. He has no play as he dove for it. He smothers it, but is not able to make a play beyond that. Bases are loaded for SBC.
Yeah, he made a very nice play to stop that ball. He don't stop that. That's a run. Giles County currently leading this game 1-0. This is a must-win game for Giles County.
Swing and a miss to Trevino. Bases loaded. Cervantes on first, Reinhardt on second, Arizmendi on third. Quickly, 0-2.
This is the second time that Blade Matthews has faced Nate Trevino, and he's had Nate's number.
The crowd from Giles County wanting that to be the third strike. Nonetheless, the count goes to 1-2.
I believe he struck him out last at bat. It's a hit.
There's a grounder to second base, and he shuffles that on to the shortstop, waiting at second for the third and final out. 1-0 is our score. The top of the fourth awaits. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, We are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
And we have some changes in the lineup. It looks like Oliver Garcia is going to go in for Nate Trevino.
Oliver Garcia entering the game for Texas.
Coming up to bat for Giles County, though, is Sam Hatfield, who struck out looking his first at bat. 1-0 is our score. Giles County leading over SBC as we enter the top half of the fourth inning. Beautiful day right now. Rain is in the area. We're hoping that will stay away so we can get some of these games in, as we were rained out Friday night totally. We were rain delayed yesterday, and we were able to get in 4 games total. And we've got 8 games on the card for today, and we have gotten 2 of those in, and we're in the middle of 2 others. So we're hoping the rain will stay away so we can get back on schedule. Hatfield foul tips that. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You can use hashtag BRWS15, and we'll scroll your tweets across the screen like you're seeing now for those of you streaming online, watching this on Apple TV.
Let's go B County.
I think the South Brazaria County fans wanted a strike there, didn't get it. Count runs full.
Go B Perry is one tweet.
Let's go Colby.
Perry, though, walks Hatfield.
Perry has pitched a fine game. He's only given up 1 hit, and that was in the top of the 3rd. But 2 wild pitches allowed the Giles County runner to score.
He has 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. And a walk here in the top of the 4th. But, yeah, his only hit is a double. And that ball is lifted into deep right center field. It will go over the head of the fielder Reinhardt. Rounding the bases is Hatfield, and he will stay at third, and that's going to be a double for Blade Matthews.
Tell you what, Blade has pitched a fine game to this point. Now he's helping himself with the bat. Gets himself in a scoring position, advances the other runner, Hatfield, to third.
Giles County threatening here in the bottom of the 4th, or top of the 4th.
This is the Giles County team we expected. It just did not show up last night. They are here today, playing well.
Ben Peoples looking to capitalize. Takes the first pitch for a strike.
This is a very good South Brazaria County team. Beat a very good California team on Thursday.
That breaking ball stays outside. Ooh, that ball is inside and in the dirt. Dubose does a fine job of blocking it, keeping the runner in place at third.
Yeah, he just saved a run. That's a big run, too, he just saved.
SBC trailing by 1 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Swinging strike. Giles County looking to get their first win in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Giles County, the Eastern Tennessee representative. Inside in the dirt once again, another nice block by Dubose. That ball is grounded to third base. He checks the runner back, but he overthrows the first baseman, and the run is going to score nonetheless. Rounding third and checking up there is Matthews. And ending up at second base with a fielder's choice and an error is Ben Peoples. Giles County, 2-0 lead over SBC.
Batters the third baseman, number 30, Max Jones. Nobody out.
Yeah, that should have been the first out, but errors have played a big part in a lot of these games, and we've mentioned that several times. Pass balls and errors, and that's, small ball at its finest. Giles County with only 2 hits, but they have 2 runs.
Giles County with only 2 hits today, but they have 2 runs.
Needs to settle in here, does Perry.
Mac Young at the dish.
And it might not be a bad idea for the South Brazaria coach to maybe go out and calm his pitcher down just a little bit. Make sure he's in the right frame of mind.
Foul tip.
He's pitched a great game to this point. Anytime you only allow 2 hits, you expect to have a lead, but 2 runs isn't bad. We've seen before this South Brazaria County team is very, very tough in late innings. They are not accustomed to coming back.
Right back at the pitcher, and he snares it and throws on to third base for a double play. That'll get you back in it.
Yeah, that'll calm you down real quick. And that's heartbreaker for Giles County. Is that ball was hit pretty hard, but the pitcher made a nice play to Perry and made a heads-up play throwing over to the third on the liner. The double play. Very, very nice. 2 outs in the inning now.
Bryce Gibson now batting. Bryce grounded to third his last time at bat. Lifts that one into shallow right center field. And it's going to drift over the head of the right fielder. And Bryce Gibson is in there with a double and another RBI. Giles County, 3-0 lead.
Very nice piece of hitting by Gibson. It looked like that ball was going to drop, but it was hitting the gap. The wind's not really blowing.
It just seemed like that ball kept tailing away from the center fielder.
It did. It just kept moving away, and he was running. He got a good jump on it, did the center fielder, but he just was not able to track it down. Very nice piece of hitting by Gibson. Gives Giles County a 3-run lead. We've seen this before from the South Brazaria team. They are accustomed to comebacks as they fought through the losers bracket at regional to make it here to the World Series.
Swing and a miss. Dallin Harris now batting. He struck out his first time up. Perry's only 3 hits are all doubles.
Really? He's pitched a very nice game. He finds himself in a hole here, 3-0.
That ball is lifted just beyond the Giles County stands, or just beyond the SBC stands. Two away. 3-0 is the Giles County lead over SBC. There's a grounder to short. Will be handled by Garcia on to first for the third and final out. 2 hits, 2 runs. Giles County leads 3-0. Bottom of the fourth on the way. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Brandon Dubose now batting for Southern Brazaria, County, Texas. SBC 0-1. Dubose grounded to shortstop his first time up.
State Farm Tournament Recap. This tournament recap is brought to you by State Farm agent Brad Nielsen. For all your home, auto, and life insurance needs, call Brad Nielsen at 931-762-8181.
That ball is tapped foul.
Lawrence County on the field next door, currently leading the bottom of the third, 3-1. Of course, Lawrence County has had a good tournament thus far. The host team has won their first two games in blowout fashion in both.
Swing and a miss. Blade Matthews is doing well.
Of course, we had the games on Friday night completely postponed till Saturday due to rain. Had about 4 inches of rain between Friday and Saturday combined. Yet Friday's games were played last night.
And there is a bunt put down by Horacio Garcia, and he is safe. He beats it out.
That
was quick.
Was quick, man. He's a very fast runner.
Sam Rybach now batting. Sam Rybach in the second inning tried to beat out a double, but he was thrown out at second base.
Josh Haney tweets us, let's go Giles County, watching the Babe Ruth World Series and the PGA Championship. He says, let's go Mac Young. He's got a picture of his TV set up there with the golf and us both on.
Fantastic. There's that Vision Center replay, seeing Garcia beat out that throw. Tapped foul again. 0-2 to Rybach. Looks like we've got some clouds to our north.
Yeah. Some dark clouds. We'll pull up the radar real quick and see what we got in the area.
Runners going hit and run, but that ball is foul tipped out of play.
There is some showers to our immediate northeast. those showers are pretty heavy, pretty significant rain. Not a lot of lightning in those storms, and they're building off to our northeast. Looks like it's going to escape the area of the ballpark. But you can definitely see those dark clouds to our northeast.
There's a chopper. The second baseman will handle it. He pitches to second, but the second baseman cannot handle it. Or he threw it to the shortstop, Bryce Gibson, who was at second. But didn't look like Gibson was ready for the throw. It kind of looked like Hatfield was going to take it himself, but at the last second tried to toss it to Gibson, but Gibson was not ready for it.
That's exactly what happened. Just a little bit of miscommunication. That will probably go down as an error. Fielder's choice and an error. Brazaria County threatening. There's only one out. Bottom half, the fourth inning.
Runners on first and second.
Of course, it took about an hour and a half to get to this point the other night in the Giles County game. So I know these fans and these kids are thankful for that. They have played a much better ball game today against Southern Brazaria County.
Blade Matthews with a strike on the outside corner.
He's pitched well. He's currently in a shutout situation, but he is in a little bit of trouble here.
Blake Perry with a 1-1 count for SBC. That ball's in there just a little bit high.
Little curve ball that just hung up on him. Didn't quite get on top of it like he wanted.
One away. Bottom of the fourth inning. 3-0 is our score. Giles County leading over Southern Brazaria County, Texas. Have to say that slowly to make sure you say Brazaria. Brazaria.
Yeah, we are still having a little bit of audio difficulty. We found the problem. So after this game, we're going to get that rectified.
Well, we're going to get a coat hanger and some tin foil. We're going to work this baby out.
Well, it's a cord. It's directly underneath my foot. And whenever I get a little uncomfortable, I move my foot, and guess what? We lose audio. So
that ball is out of play. Full count.
And Kevin, the wind here at the ballpark is picking up mightily. With that storm to our northeast, it is building, and it's getting a little outflow here at the ballpark, sucking back into that storm. And the wind is starting to whip here in the last minute or so.
Blake Perry and Blade Matthews in a battle here. It looks like Matthews may win it, though, as he gets Perry to ground out to the second baseman, and the second baseman, Hatfield, will toss it on to Bryce Gibson successfully for the out. 2 away.
We're going to have to watch this storm very closely because it's mainly in Giles County right now between Etheridge and Linville. But it keeps kind of building off to the southwest, and then if it keeps building before it pushes on north, it may clip the Babe Ruth World Series complex here at Bobby Brewer Park.
Sincere Jackson shows bunt, takes the strike. Jackson is 0 for 1.
Temperature currently sets at 84 degrees, 60% humidity, very muggy out.
1-1 now to Jackson. Could be worse, though. 84, not too bad.
No, it's really not. Not for Tennessee at this time of year. You know, usually just a week or so ago, we were up in the upper 90s with almost 80% humidity. So Of course, in southern Brazaria County, I'm sure you're used to the heat and the humidity. And Giles County, of course, is just being 17 miles down the road. But some of these teams from North Dakota, Wisconsin, Montana, they're probably not used to this heat.
And they have the runner and a pickoff. Hatfield back to first. Now back to Hatfield. And it's dropped, but the runner's going to be tagged out at first base. Well played by Giles County, getting the runner in the rundown and executing the out.
The runner did score in the process.
So 3-1 is our score. Giles County leading over SBC in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Andrew Morgan will be batting first for Giles County as they lead 3-1 over SBC Southern Brazaria County, Texas. SBC able to get a runner and a rundown and hold that rundown long enough to enable the runner to score in the previous inning. So 3-1 is our score, as we do see some clouds forming and move this way just a little bit.
That wind, I'm telling you, feels good.
Does feel nice. And looks like Oliver Garcia is now pitching for SBC.
Portable power at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series is made possible by Rent Right in Lawrenceburg on Buffalo Road. Of course, we've got a call to the bullpen from Farm Bureau Insurance. Go visit Farm Bureau for all your insurance needs. This is the Farm Bureau call to the bullpen.
And Oliver Garcia has replaced Blake Perry. Quickly 0-2 to Andrew Morgan. And that ball's up and in. Andrew Morgan flew out to left field his last time at bat. Just his second plate appearance. Top of the fifth inning, 3-1. Giles County leading over SBC.
A tweet from Judge Brown rolling through on our screen. We appreciate all these tweets. Hashtag BRWS15. Let us know who you're cheering for and where you're listening from. Got a lot of fans in Giles County and Texas, both. Winning back and forth. Very good game thus far, 3-1. 5 hits for Texas, 3 hits for Giles County.
Chopper to short. Cervantes over and for the out. One away.
Watch and listen to every game of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee by visiting xsportsradio.com, the X Sports Radio Network, and X Sports TV, where the Babe Ruth World Series comes to life.
Dylan Carmen with a double his last time at bat, and he also scored on a wild pitch. Fouls that one out of play. Got to stay hydrated, Cam.
You do, man.
Day like this, those players and the broadcasters.
Yeah, and it's they've got this invention. Their koozies have been around forever, but Yeti, of course, makes coolers. But they've got this Yeti koozie looking. It's a koozie, but it's stainless steel. I swear by this thing. I had my wife bring it to me a minute ago,
and that thing will keep drinks cold for hours.
It will. I when I first got it, I put a canned drink in it, left it on my bar, went to church, come home about 2 hours later, and it was still just as cold as it was when I put it in there.
I had a friend who tested it similarly. He left a cold drink in there, and he left it in his Jeep out in the sun, and came back a couple hours later, and it was still ice cold.
It was. Yep.
Anyway, Yeti's not one of our sponsors, but we just have to be, fans of the product, I guess.
Neither is Chacos or Chacos. The sandals. Chacos. Hey, but we're all about product recognition. When we see a great product, it don't matter if they're paying us or not.
Ooh, that ball tapped into the umpire's mask. He seems to be okay. Shake those cobwebs out. I think it hurt the ball.
Yeah, he says it's not going to hurt my head. Of course, the bat boy, as you see right across the screen there for Southern Brazaria County, is a local Miles Moore. And Miles' father is a part of the X Sports Radio Network.
That's Nick's son?
It's Nick's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Miles' mom is sitting over here with Nick, sitting over here in the stands on the South Brazaria County side.
That ball is lined back through the middle, and it'll be another base hit for Dylan Carmen. He is 2 for 2.
He's played an excellent ball game today.
Boy, he crowds that plate too, doesn't he?
He does. Of course, locals is a lot of the reason this tournament takes place. You've got to have local help, local bat boys, and the host families host these teams and give them room to stay and feed them and transportation to and from the ballpark and basically become your family member for a week.
Miguel Hayes, the leadoff batter for Giles County at the dish.
Of course, Giles County gets to go home every night, and they don't have a host family for them. I don't know if that's a negative or a positive. It could be a neat experience. I'm pretty sure they have to go to school, too.
That ball's fisted in between first and second, and will go for a base hit for Miguel Hayes. Runners on first and second for Giles County. One away here in the top half of the fifth inning. 3-1 is the score. Giles County leads over Southern Brazaria County, Texas.
This is exactly what Giles County needed after last night's game against California.
Now batting Sam Hatfield. It's a slow roller to third base, on to first for the putout. Hatfield will be retired. 2 away. Runners do advance. They call that a positive out.
That's exactly right. Of course, the South Brazaria team defeated California in the Thursday game in dramatic fashion. Come from behind win at the top of the 7th.
Runners on second and third, 2 away here in the top half of the fifth inning. Now batting Blade Matthews, the pitcher for Giles County. Swing and a miss on the first pitch.
Got a listener saying we are sounding good on WKSR. We appreciate it. As you can see the tweets rolling across the screen. Hashtag BRWS15.
Quickly 0-2 to Blade Matthews, who doubled his last time up. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Blade Matthews. 3-1 is our score. Giles County leading over SBC. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Sincere Jackson will be leading off for SBC in the bottom of the 5th inning. SBC trying to get back into this as they trail 3-1. Tom Cruise Field in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, home of David Crockett, Senator actor Fred Thompson. John Paul White from the Civil Wars is from Lawrence County. David Weathers, Major League Baseball pitcher for maybe about 20 years, is from right here in Lawrence County. He is also coaching the Lawrence County team here in this tournament. And his son, Ryan Weathers, had a dominant pitching performance in his first outing. And we have a scoring update from that game, as a matter of fact, Cam.
Yeah, we do. And at the end of 3, Wisconsin leads that one 4-3 over Lawrence County. Of course, Lawrence County is 2-0 thus far in this tournament. They are currently getting beat by Wisconsin. That's your Summit at Home game summary.
And there's a shot down the left field line by Sincere Jackson. He's rounding first, and he will stop there. That ball goes down the third base line into left field, but not enough for him to advance to second, but a leadoff single for SBC. Now back to the top of the order. Andrew Arizmendi, bottom of the 5th.
We even got some judges in Texas listening to us. They're tweeting using the hashtag BRWS15.
Carla says Chakas.
I think we're pronouncing it wrong.
See, that's what's confusing. It's spelled Chacos.
Chacos, Chakas. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe just Chakas.
We'll figure it out. We'll ask Jason Weaver, who is the subject of our sandals conversation at this game, how to pronounce them. He says his feet don't hurt. He's been wearing them all day. So they're worth every penny.
There's a line drive. Just missed. The diving Sam Hatfield just misses that one.
He made a very good attempt. I thought he had it. Hit him right in the forearm area. He's kind of holding that arm.
That will go as a base hit. A great attempt by Sam Hatfield, though.
I think they're going to check him out possibly or pay a visit to the mound. Giles County really needs to get out of this inning.
Blade Matthews has thrown a good ball game thus far. He has held this explosive team to 1 run, but here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and they have the go-ahead run coming to the dish. Babe Ruth League's biggest summer events come to you from all across the country, from Cal Ripken Baseball to Babe Ruth Softball to Babe Ruth Baseball. BRN, the Babe Ruth Network, is your daily insight into all things Babe Ruth League. Tune in every day to check out what's going on in these all-star tournaments and maybe catch your team make our plays of the day. Go to BabeRuthNetwork.org. You hear the crowd chanting SBC, trying to get their team back into this thing. The go-ahead runner is at the dish in the form of number 34, Tyler Reinhardt. He shows bunt, pulls back, and will take ball one. Reinhardt with a wide open stance. The righty asks for timeout, granted by the umpire.
The county seat of Brazaria County hosts the Brazaria County Fair every October. And my research shows it's one of the biggest in the state of Texas. Texas is kind of known for their fairs, so it must be a pretty good sized fair to be one of the largest.
Check on Jackson. The ball gets away from Hatfield. Jackson will go to third, and he is in there safely. Runners at first and third for SBC. Here in the bottom of the fifth with no outs. Was talking to one of the parents earlier, and they were talking about our broadcast, and they were thankful we were putting the broadcast on, and they mentioned that they were going to get a copy of the games on DVD, and you can do so at the Mac Brown tent and the PSEC Productions tent. They're $30 per game, or you can get the entire set for $350. If you just want your team's entire set of games, it's $150. It's a treasured keepsake that will last a lifetime, and you can check that out here at the Midway at Bobby Brewer Park in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Sincere Jackson threatens to steal home, comes about a third of the way down the line, then retreats as he is not being held on by Mac Young. So he can have a long leash out there. The 2-1 delivery to Reinhardt. Foul tip back into the screen.
Got a pronunciation on the sandals. It's Chacos.
Oh, I guess it hit him.
Sound like it hit aluminum.
Oh, catcher's interference. Thank you to Doan Cope. And I wanted to mention Lawrenceburg Utility Systems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they are here today working hard to ensure that this whole event goes off without a hitch. If power goes out, they're here ready to go to take care of it. Hopefully we won't have any issues. But he was just yelling at me. He reached on catcher's interference. So that explains that.
So bases are loaded with no outs. Very similar to the situations Giles County got into last night. Let's hope they can, for their sake, can get out of it. There's a play at any base now.
That ball is lifted into center field. Camping underneath it is Hayes. He will make the out. Runner will tag and score. 3-2 is our score. SBC cutting that lead down to 1. Runners on first and second, 1 away in the bottom of the fifth.
What you would refer to, Kevin, as a positive out, as you said.
That's
before.
right.
He's getting a sign from his coach down at third base. That's a long sign there.
Yeah, Garcia is now in for Trevino.
I'm going to guess we're going to have a steal here. Better keep an eye on that guy at first base. Showing a bunt. Try to squeeze. Runner's going. No throw.
No throw.
Smart of the catcher there to hold that. You throw it, the runner at home or at third, chances are is going to come on down, tie this game up. So good positive. Just allow him to move on.
The delivery. Poke between the shortstop and third baseman will play one more run, and another runner is coming in, but he is going to round third and then retreat back to third base. We are tied up, folks. Bottom of the fifth inning. SBC has tied this up.
Go down as a double for Reinhardt. Or is that Garcia?
Garcia.
So
Reinhardt ends up on third base.
As we've seen from SBC before, they are really good at making a comeback and stringing together a positive inning.
Yep, that seems to be their MO. Comeback games.
Fouled off, and Giles County first baseman ran down and gave it a look. Couldn't make the catch.
It could have been a good thing because the runner was tagging at third, and with the awkward positioning of the Giles County first baseman, he may not have been able to turn around and get the ball home.
And that wind is picked up mightily here in the last 30 seconds or so.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. There's a good look at the runner on third, Reinhardt. Garcia is on second. The 0-2 delivery. Another similarly hit ball just out of play.
And that storm to our northeast is continuing to build. I'm going to guess it's only a couple miles away from the ballpark at this point. Not showing any lightning on the radar. Actually, there is some about the Giles-Lawrence County line.
Cam,
I just lost all of my notes. This wind has really picked up.
Another ball lifted out of play. You might need to put your Yeti on top of that.
Yeah, I've got it.
The 0-2 delivery. Chandler down on strikes. Chandler, who was batting for Dubose. Now Garcia comes to the dish.
Chandler slammed his bat down in frustration, and the umpire was giving him a stare all the way back to the dugout. Chandler did a nice job of regaining his composure. And
yeah, I don't think you want to mess with these umpires.
No.
There's a ball hit into shallow left field, and it will be caught by the left fielder Harris for Giles County. But SBC has tied this thing up. We go into the top of the 6th. 3-3 is our score. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Ben Peebles reached on a fielder's choice his last at bat and struck out his first time at bat. He'll be leading off the top of the 6th inning as we are all knotted up at 3. Giles County representing Eastern Tennessee and Southern Brazaria County, Texas, representing the Southwest region. This is the second game of our afternoon. Around the end of this game, 4 total games will have been completed. 2 on Tom Cruise Field and 2 on Denver Trapp Field. It is a pool play tournament, 2 divisions, 5 teams in each division. Each team will play the other team in the division 1 time. The top 2 teams from those divisions will play in a single round elimination game, and those 2 will advance on to the World Series. the championship game.
Quick score update from Denver Trap. 7-4 Lawrence County at the bottom of the fourth. So
they've come back.
They've come back.
They've come back. They're playing the Eau Claire, Wisconsin team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We seen Eau Claire last night.
They're a fine ball club.
They are that.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Peoples, the first baseman for Giles County. And there's a hook, swinging strike. Peoples retired.
Of course, Eau Claire was beaten by West End, Pennsylvania. That Pennsylvania team looked really stout today.
Yeah, the Williamsport PA team 2-0 in this tournament. Lawrence County, who is the host team, 2-0 as well, looking to go 3-0.
Looking at the radar imagery, and got a little bow section coming out of it's starting to break off just a little bit north of Lawrenceburg. I believe that's going to miss us unless it continues to expand southward, which these summertime showers tend to do sometimes is grow as they move, and so far so good. It looks to be skirting the ballpark here.
Slow grounder to third base, handled by Luna. He's throwing it on to first, and snaring it is Arizmendi, making a fine play. Arizmendi, not that tall of a first baseman, but he has shown a fine glove over there.
We are getting some hefty wind. I'm sure you can hear that coming through our mics.
It honestly feels good, but it is whipping up pretty good.
It is, and I'm only showing it at 6 miles an hour. I think that's wrong. I'm going to guess it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, I'm sure Gus feels like it's probably around 20 right now.
Yeah, I would
maybe
guess
even
so.
more.
Trying to get an accurate reading on that.
2 down here in the top of the 6th. 3-3 is our score. Bryce Gibson at the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is strike number 3. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 3-3 is our score. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit clawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
3-3 is our score. From Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, it's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Southern Brazaria County, Texas, taking on Giles County, Tennessee. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, Sam Rybach comes to the dish. Sam reached on an error his last at bat and has also singled.
That wind is really blowing in.
Lifts that one out of play. 0-1.
start hearing stuff crashing down, and we're losing stuff off our broadcast table. And the American flag in center field is whipping inward.
That ball is taken inside. 1-1.
Our makeshift rain shelter above us here.
Hey, that's my handiwork. Don't you insult it.
Looks like something you'd find out in the middle of
the woods.
The woods, the boonies.
And a hermit living underneath it.
Sasquatch hut we've got here.
Or a Yeti.
Yeti, yeah, there you go. No pun intended.
Hey, man, we are lean-to ready with this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds you of, is a lean-to. That's exactly right. It's nice blue tarp. And if you're streaming online, you can see us. I'm waving. Hello.
Don't be jealous of our tarp up here.
Our tarp. That's our makeshift rain shelter.
Rybach goes down, looking. One away.
In the bottom of the sixth, we've got a great game tied up between Giles County and South Brazaria County. Also known as SBC or Texas.
Josh Luna now batting. Chopper back to the pitcher, and Matthews on to first for out number 2 quickly.
It kind of appeared that he didn't know if he had it in his glove or not. The wind was really gusting about that time, and he was kind of looking like, do I have it? And quickly made the play over to first.
Sincere Jackson ripped a single down the left field line his last at bat and also scored. That ball's up and in.
Four-seamer coming in on Jackson.
That ball is punched into right center field. That will fall for a hit. Sincere rounds first base, but he will hold there.
Tell you what, Sincere's a heck of a ball player. He's got big quads, very athletic-looking kid. Very speedy around the bases. Got a good stick on him, good glove.
And you can tell he's a hit it where it's pitched kind of a guy, because his last hit was ripped down the left field line. He goes with that breaking ball and punches it out into right center field on that one.
That's exactly right. It's what you want.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 2 away, 1 on. We're tied up. Jackson runs. There's the throw down from Carmen. It's going to be high, not in time. Jackson safely in second base.
It's a big steal, puts him in scoring position with 2 outs. With Jackson's speed, a base hit here very well could mean a run for Texas.
There's Mindy now batting, looking to put his team up. The 2-0 delivery to Arizmendi. He shows bunt, pulls it back for a strike.
I highly doubt with 2 outs he will be actually bunting.
Probably just trying to throw Matthews off.
I think you're right. I was kind of waiting to see if Jackson took off for third, but he did not.
That ball is up and in. 3-1 now to Arizmendi. Blade Matthews has yet to walk a runner. 3-1 count.
That says a lot about what Blade has done today, and of course after some of the walks that was issued last night, and just a tough pitching out. I mean, it wasn't normal of those Giles County kids to do that, and
it's the broadcaster's jinx.
Yeah,
he does in fact walk Arizmendi.
But last night was just an uncharacteristic game for Giles County, a tough game. But I do believe that we got an argument here from the Giles County coach. He had it different in his book of what the count was. Interesting. The umpire tells the Giles County coach it's not your book that matters. It's the press box's book. That's the official book. It's coming from the press box, and they had it at 3-1.
2 away, runners on first and second. SBC threatening here in the bottom of the 6th.
Of course, if you wanted to make sure if the count was correct, you could always go purchase this DVD at the PSET Productions tent. It will be available. Just to double check, you can spend $30 and we'd gladly appreciate it.
They might end up in front of Judge Brown's court down in Texas, who tweeted us earlier that Judge Brown and Tanya say, let's go SBC.
Oh.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 away. Three to 3 is our score. That ball is in there for a strike. 2-1. Tyler Reinhardt reached with catcher's interference his last at bat.
Quick radar update. There is a shower off to our due east that may clip the stadium here.
That one catches the outside part of the plate. 3-2 to Reinhardt. 2 away.
And it does appear that shower will pass over the stadium here in about 10 minutes.
Runners going. That ball is lifted down the right field line, and it is foul.
So if you're at the ballpark listening to us on the TuneIn Radio app or on your way here, we are about to experience some rain. Unless that shower dissipates, it's like it's just going to barely clip the north end of the ball field.
The 3-2 delivery. And that ball is lifted just foul down the left field line. Crowd chanting SBC, SBC. Runners on first and second, 2 away. The payoff pitch as Jackson runs to third, and the ball is thrown over there, and he is thrown out trying to steal third. That will end that threat. The score remains tied. We go to the top of the 7th inning, knotted up at 3 each. Giles County and Southern Brazaria County, Texas return after this. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
asks for an appeal from the other umpire who might have had a better view of the play, and in fact overrules the call and overturns it.
And now the pitcher for Giles County is talking to one of the other umpires, and you know, we noticed the Texas players stayed put on the base. They didn't move. The team did not take the field.
So we will resume the bottom of the 6th inning if we could get that score bug changed. So we are still in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Our technical director, Ricky Lee, all over that. Thank you, Ricky Lee. 3-2 is the count. I'm kind of stunned that they overruled that and changed it.
I am too, and you know, it's obviously in favor of Texas. The Giles County fans and coaches are not happy.
So that will be a successful stolen base for Sincere Jackson. And there's the 3-2 pitch, and it is ball 4. Bases loaded now for SBC. This could change the whole momentum of this game.
It really could, and you know, this is, you know, if it was ruled safe initially, it wouldn't have hurt Giles County as much as it's hurting them now.
Correct.
Because now it's just a roller coaster of emotions. The way that went down was unfortunate.
And there's a wild pitch. Jackson will come in to score. SBC takes the lead.
I'm assuming we've not heard the end of this from Giles County.
And you know, you talked about this, Cam, earlier, and we wondered if it would come into effect. The fact that they only have 2 umpires on the field, not the usual 3.
Yeah.
They're trying to spare their umpires and keep them fresh. But we only had 2 umpires covering the call, where typically we'd have 3 umpires on the field.
That's exactly right. And
there's a chopper to third base. Handling it is Young, and he throws to first on for the 3rd out. Now we have ended the 6th inning. 4-3.
Let's stay here for a second. Okay, we're good. He was coming after this umpire. I wanted to catch that, but he's good. Let's roll with it.
This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
As we resume play in the top of the 7th inning, it's a 1-1 count to the batter for Giles County. And there's that play again. And I don't know if we can back that up one more time, but it was a controversial play. Originally called out by the umpire, but then overturned after an appeal by the SBC team. And that could make all the difference in the world in this ball game, as Sincere Jackson does go on to score on a wild pitch after the ruling was overturned and he was called safe. And there he is. It kind of does look like he was underneath the tag. Either way,
I don't know. I mean, regardless, it is so close. I don't know how you overturn that. I have no idea. The call on the field was initially out, regardless of the side. It doesn't matter. I don't know how you overturn that in this particular situation.
Exactly. There's a chopper back through the middle for Giles County as they have their tying run on board.
Yeah, this is their last chance to get this game tied up and avoid going 0-3 for the tournament. I mean, that play at third, again, it was just so close. I don't see how you can go either way. It's a toss-up call to begin with. So to overturn something like that is kind of
Alan Harris on first
unusual.
with a single. Now batting is Andrew Morgan. He swings through the first pitch, 0-1.
After 5 innings, Lawrence County still leads on the field next door, 7-4. There's that play again on our replay.
Vision Center replay.
He probably is safe. If anything, he probably actually is safe. But again, it's so close that the original call was out. That's a tough, man. That's tough. No matter what, if it was vice versa, it's still tough. It goes against somebody some way.
Maybe in the Babe Ruth World Series, they're taking the lead from the Major League Baseball program in that get the call right no matter what it takes.
Yeah.
And it's disheartening to these fans and to these players, of course, but maybe they did in fact get it right after all.
Yeah, I think he did. I think they got it right.
Morgan showing bunt, takes that for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's still just so hard to make that call or to overturn that call. But it is what it is at this point.
Andrew Morgan goes down swinging. 1 away. Top of the 7th. Dylan Carmen coming to bat. He has doubled and singled, has Carmen.
Had a really good game.
There's one in between short and third, and that will go for a single on the infield as the shortstop's able to stop it. But he cannot make a play. First and second, tying run at second base for Giles County as Miguel Hayes, the leadoff batter, comes to the dish.
Of course, Giles County trying to get their first win of the tournament. Southern Brazaria County trying to get their second, which would almost guarantee them.
That ball is hit high into right field. Struggling to surround it is the right fielder, and he drops it! He drops it! Giles County will have bases loaded. That will likely go down as the error. The wind was swirling, though, and the right fielder, Garcia, was trying to circle it but could not hang on to it. He did get a glove on it.
Yeah, he did. The old rule is you get a glove on it, you got to catch it, but that was not a ruling 20-mile-an-hour wind like we're experiencing here at this point. The wind is really gusting. The wind was definitely playing havoc with that ball. It goes down as an error, but
it's tough.
Yeah, I think it should be a hit. That was a really tough play.
And that is in there for a strike to Sam Hatfield. Hatfield is 0 for 2. He has walked and scored a run. Strike 2 to Hatfield.
The base hit here ties the game with only 1 out. Even a sac fly. Positive out would do.
Goes down looking to Sam Hatfield. He knew it. Nice breaking ball there from Garcia. Now here we go with Blade Matthews, the final chance for Giles County. He has doubled. He's 1 for 3.
Blade's had a fantastic game at the pitching and batting. He is a fine young ball player. No more clutch situation than what he'll face right now. Of course, Giles County will play later on this evening. But a 2-2 record, if they can win here and win later tonight.
Blade Matthews swings through that breaking ball. 0-1.
Still have a shot at being one of the 3 teams that advance out of their pool.
Bases loaded for Giles County. And there's a wild pitch. The runner is coming in, and he will score. This game is tied, folks. 4-4 is the score. Is that poetic justice or what?
I think it is. the call at third kind of can be forgotten about maybe now a little bit. One way or the other, the wild pitch scores the Giles County runner, and we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, pass balls and walks have been kind of the name of the game we've seen so far in this tournament, at least on this field. Matthews fouls one off directly behind us.
Dallin Harris scoring that run, tying this thing up between SBC, Southern Brazaria County, Texas, and Giles County, Tennessee. Swing and a miss there, Blade Matthews. And that ball will be thrown to first to complete that out. But Giles County has tied this thing up. We are knotted up at 4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
After consulting with another umpire at the request of the SBC coach, the call was overturned. Looking back at our replays, it looks like they, in the end, got the call right. Giles County able to tie things up in their half of the 7th, though.
Yeah, we've shown the replay a couple times now.
There's a grounder to third base. On to first for out number 1. That is Mac Young on to Peoples.
I think they did get the call right. It's just a matter of in that situation, it's tough to overturn. And it is fixing to start raining here at the ballpark. I can see the rain about 100 yards, 200 yards away in the tree line. So we are about to get wet here. So this game will probably it looks to be a brief passing shower. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
That ball is fouled out of play. By the way, the tournament recap brought to you by State Farm agent Brad Nielsen. For all your auto, home, or life insurance needs, call Brad Nielsen at 931-762-8181. Yeah, that rain is moving in quickly, Cam. I'm going to try to cover up some of our gear.
All right. Pitch outside. Giles County. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Tie game at 4. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 outs now. No runners on. As Giles County is 1 out from extending this into extra innings.
Batters the left fielder, number 25, Horatio Garcia Jr.
Garcia Jr. now steps to the plate. Ball in the dirt. Gets by the catcher, and as the rain has started here at the field, Tom Cruise Field, and we are trying to get some of our equipment in. You know, we're a small production team. A lot of us do this in our spare time, and so we don't have the hands that we normally would have if we're a bigger crew, and very limited some of the things we've got. So this rain's really playing heck for us. Called strike on the outside corner of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in a tie ball game. Southern Brazaria County trying to win this one in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is high. 3-1's the count. And that wind is still whipping, blowing a little bit of rain around, just enough to affect your vision. Hit high, pop up shallow center field, and it's caught by the second baseman, and this is going to extra innings. At the end of 7, the score is 4-4. We head to the top of the 8th. You're listening to the X Sports Radio Network and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit clawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee.
Did my pen fly off, I guess?
Yeah.
I guess my pen is gone. The wind's been whipping stuff around like crazy here at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. And yeah, we are in the top of the 8th inning. We're knotted up at 4 runs each between SBC, Southern Brazaria County, Texas, and Giles County, representing Eastern Tennessee. Now batting for Giles County is the first baseman, Ben Peoples. Ben has struck out twice and reached on a fielder's choice.
Very good contest between these two teams. Very good played game on both sides.
Peoples goes down on strikes. 1 away in the top of the 8th. Mac Young now batting. He is the third baseman for Giles County. He is 0 for 3 on the day. That's a ball up. Now, just to the northeast, it's looking pretty good, Ken.
Yeah, I think what little rain was coming over has just barely skirted this field and has moved on. I'm going to pull up our radar.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good. for the time being. It looks all clear behind this. As long as nothing else pops up, it looks like we have averted disaster.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Because our gear can't take it.
No.
Nor can I take getting electrocuted.
Nope. You know, and it's rain and water does not mix well with electricity and audio equipment. Unless you have millions of dollars in your budget to spend for the nice cameras that some of these sports networks have, like your national ones, ESPN, CBS, Fox.
Well, we spent about $5 on our camera covers. I'm kind of pointing up here to Bethany Nelson. She is operating this camera right here, and she is all covered up in her rain gear, and she's got the camera protected now with the plastic covering. But they don't make covers for monitors like that or laptops or big giant audio gearboxes. That ball is shot through the middle, and that will go as a base hit for Mac Young. One aboard for Giles County with one away in the top of the 8th.
It's a big one-out hit from Mr. Young.
Bryce Gibson steps up. It's 1 for 3 with a double.
Lawrence County in the field next door in the bottom of the 6th is leading 10-4 over Wisconsin. So it looks like Lawrence County is well on their way to going 3-0 in the tournament.
One ball, no strikes.
Southern Brazaria County trying to go 2-0. Giles County trying to get their first win of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
That ball is high, 3-0. Catcher Dubose goes out to talk to Garcia, his battery mate. Four to 4 is our score. Pretty even contest all across the board. 4 runs each. 8 hits for Giles, 9 hits for Texas, and 2 errors apiece.
It was a very good contest. Very, very evenly matched teams.
And that is ball forced. 4 straight balls to walk Mr. Gibson. The go-ahead run is now at second base for Giles County. Dallin Harris will be batting. He has singled and scored today. As we got free baseball for our fans here in attendance at Tom Cruise Field in Bobby Brewer Park in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
We've got a call to the bullpen now for Southern Brazaria County.
And we will go over that call to the bullpen in just a moment. Let's take this quick break. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
And we've got a call to the bullpen brought to you by Farm Bureau of Tennessee and Giles County. For all your insurance needs, go see Farm Bureau of Tennessee. This call to the bullpen. So we got a double steal going on for Giles County. Andrew Arizmendi will be the pitcher on in relief.
Now Giles County with runners at second and at third. Go-ahead runner at third. One away as Harris is at the dish. Tapped foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arizmendi coming in throwing off-speed stuff, if you will.
Yeah. Change-ups and a little bit of curveball. Trying to throw these Giles County hitters off.
He winds and deals. That ball is blocked by Dubose.
Dubose did a nice job of blocking that one up. If it gets by him, it's more than likely to go ahead run.
A couple of crucial runs by both teams scored on wild pitches. Dallin Harris looks at that. It's 3-1.
It's initially showing bunt and quickly pulled it back. So they're trying to throw off the pitcher just a hair.
Full count for Harris. 1 away. We are knotted at 4 in the top of the 8th inning. Giles County, Tennessee, and Southern Brazaria County, Texas. And Harris taps that one just in front of home plate, and that is a foul ball. It hit the plate. That's what the umpire is calling. It hit the plate.
Yeah,
I think that's the right call.
It is the right call.
You heard that noise.
Yeah. And you could probably hear some of the patrons in the background.
Here's the replay.
Disagreement.
Well, that was on the
coming across.
That was the runner coming across. Either way, it's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Dallin Harris. And that ball is low and inside. Bases are chucked for Giles County.
Yeah, and we've got a really good view of that, and Giles County has nothing to argue there at all. That ball, regardless of what happened, it hit the plate, and before it got out of fair territory, it hit the runner in the foot. Regardless, it's a dead ball at that point. So there's really nothing to argue there. But nonetheless, he walks anyway.
And looks like we've got a pinch hitter coming in for Giles County, Max Jett. One of the coolest names in the tournament.
It is.
Coming into bat for Andrew Morgan. Max Jett looking to put his team ahead in the top half of the 8th inning. We're in extra innings here in the second game of the afternoon on the Tom Cruise Field. 4-4 is our score.
Had some drama for sure in this one.
Swings away and swings through that one. It's a wild pitch, gets through. A runner coming in, and he will score. Giles County takes the lead. 5-4 in the top of the 8th. Mac Young advancing to home on that wild pitch by Andrew Arizmendi. Now runners at second and third. Jett with an opportunity to do some more damage.
It's a very big run. It just come across the plate.
That's in there for a strike. 1-1. 3 crucial runs we've seen scored on wild pitches.
That's exactly right. And I said it in the pregame. That's been the tail of the tape so far.
That is lifted into shallow left field. It's going to be handled by the shortstop, tagging and coming in to score, but thrown out will be the Giles County runner, Bryce Gibson. So that ends up as a double play, and there was a collision out on the field.
Yeah.
Let's keep it right here for just a second. It looks like they collided heads.
Yeah, it's like Sincere Jackson was charging in and collided with the shortstop, and I don't know if it was just miscommunication, but Jackson just, as you can tell, Jackson's the kid to the right, and the shortstop's in the middle.
And Garcia is significantly smaller than Sincere Jackson.
Significantly.
And Jackson was barreling in, and Garcia, to his credit, holds on to the ball. Also to his credit, has the wherewithal to come up and throw to home plate and get the out at home.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that in that position. That is the shortstop's ball until but Sincere Jackson was all hustle all the way, and he just cleaned his clock real good for him. But nonetheless, we're going to keep it here for this commercial break and just keep rolling with it. They've been getting shorter and shorter trying to get this game wrapped up. So we really don't have time for a commercial anyway.
As we hear the umpire saying Andrew Morgan is coming back in the game. And number 2, which is Jason Hamilton, will be pitching now for Giles County, and he'll try to lock this game down.
Yeah. Giles County needs this win. Of course, Southern Brazaria County is trying to avoid going 1-1 at this point, trying to come from behind.
Giles trying to get to 1-2.
And they're taking the top 3 teams out of each division. 2-2. It's possible if Giles County can win out. It's possible that that Giles County could advance a single elimination round, but the caveat to that is runs that you've given up factor in to any tiebreakers, and Giles County gave up 21 runs last night, and so that's probably would be the deal breaker for them getting on any further. So regardless, it's a good bounce back game for them. I mean, that's what we were talking about last night, and that journey of a game that we covered. And is how is this team going to bounce back? Were they going to hold their heads up? And the answer is yes. They bounced back and held their heads up.
Regardless of how this ends, they can hold their heads up high.
That's exactly right.
Sam Rybach now batting for SBC. The second baseman is 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out his last time at bat. 1-1 is the count. Looking to get a runner on board is SBC as they trail 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th. You can see that ball was coming on the inside and tailed on over into the strike zone for a called strike 2. Looked like he was almost leaning into it, expecting to get hit, but it curved back in there over the plate. 2-2 now the count as that ball's in the dirt. The 2-2, grounded to short. Handled by Gibson on to first, but he throws it low, cannot be handled by Peoples. And now Rybach will end up at second base.
And for the second game in a row, it seems like it's the later the game gets, the teams start struggling to make the routine plays, and that's going to go down as an error on the shortstop for Giles County. We saw that in the game previous to this one. It seems like as the game went on, and the more errors we started seeing. It's like the mental, when the pressure gets tight, it's just, I don't know if it's the tiredness or just a little bit of a mental lapse. Well, that's the play he normally makes. He's a really good shortstop.
Blake Perry has re-entered the game, and he is batting. They allow you to do that. You can bring in a player that has been removed from the game as long as they go back into the same spot in the lineup. He shows bunt, but pulls it back and takes the strike anyway.
So it's no outs, runner on second. Bottom of the 8th inning. We're in extra innings. Giles County currently leads 5-4. Texas trying to win in walk-off fashion. Tying run is at second.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Go ahead.
Hatfield now pitching for Giles County.
Sincere Jackson is on deck for Texas.
And Hatfield hits the batter. Blake Perry will take his base. Runners on first and second. Nobody out.
They hit him square in the back, and that probably didn't feel too good, and he tossed his bat. And as he did, the umpire was saying something to him. He may have just been asking him if he was okay. But the way he tossed his bat, I'm assuming he didn't like it too much. But that's okay. I mean, you can see in the replay there. Yeah, he throws that bat in frustration. Probably just in pain, I'm assuming. There's nothing wrong as far as, he's not mad at the pitcher or anything like that. It's just probably in pain. You know how you can kind of do that sometimes. But
Sincere Jackson lays down a bunt. Runners will get to second and third, and he doesn't even have a play at first on Jackson. Bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Giles County in trouble. You hear the chants chanting SBC, and Cam, as you mentioned, this is how they do it. They're not afraid of being behind. They're not afraid of a comeback.
No, and they've done this before. They did this Thursday with a little bit of a comeback of their own in the top of the 7th. And looks like we got some more changes being made. Or maybe some question about some of the changes Giles County has made.
There's some love for Sincere. Let's go SBC on the tweet, and Heart Sincere.
Sincere's made some phenomenal plays tonight and had some couple great hits. That was a great bunt.
Ten hits now for Texas, 8 hits for Giles County, with Giles County leading 5-4. As Arizmendi steps to the plate. Arizmendi has walked, singled, and he flew out to right field his first at bat. His first pitch is low and away. If you're Arizmendi, I mean, you're thinking take.
Yeah, and that unfortunately, that's you have no outs. You can afford to hold the bat on your shoulder, and he doesn't. He's just swinging.
That ball is lifted into foul territory. Under it is the first baseman. He will catch it. The runner will tag and fake coming home, but he will stop and retreat back to third. 1 away.
Yeah, give the Giles County first baseman a lot of credit. I was almost going to say drop it because he was getting in an awkward position to be able to throw back home, but he went ahead and caught it and threw back home.
People showing some good technique getting around it and getting squared up, so he was able to make the throw.
He did a very nice job.
Tyler Reinhardt at the dish, and he will hit this ball into left field. It is caught by the left fielder, Harris. He will throw home, and the play is not in time. Texas wins in the bottom of the 8th inning.
No, it's actually,
they tied it up?
Tied it up.
They tied it up in the bottom of the 8th. The runner scores on a sacrifice fly to left field. Harris makes a fine throw, but just a little bit offline, and we are tied up 5-5.
And Giles County is trying to challenge the tag that the runner didn't tag up or tagged up too early at third. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if what the call is going to be. They're getting a runner down at first. But Giles County was trying to challenge that he tagged up too early. And that's one of my pet peeves is guys tagging too early and going. And that's something I always watch for. So my eyes were definitely peeled on third for that. And he did not tag early. He tagged right on time. That was a good call by the umpires. Almost straining at gnats at this point, trying to get something. But, hey, it's worth it. And you got to do what you got to do to try to win a game. And if it's close, appeal and to see if they'll give it to you.
And Sincere Jackson, yes, is relieved for a pinch runner. I'm not sure why they wanted to pinch run for him. He was kind of throwing his hands up as well, going, why are you running for me? But Cervantes now batting with a chance to send home this SBC crowd joyous.
It's been a really good game. Both teams have played very well.
SBC tying things up here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, a runner on second. That ball is fouled right in front of the Giles County dugout. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes to Cervantes.
We've got a little rain building to our south. That's kind of building and pulsating a little bit. I don't know that it's going to clip the ballpark, but maybe a light sprinkle or two.
The 0-2 delivery. That is low. And the runner is trying to advance to third, and he is going to be safe at third. Good try by Dylan Carmen, but not able to corral the ball in time and get it down to third to get the out. Runners on second and third. Of course, the runner on second does not matter, as the winning run is at third base. 5-5 our score, bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Here's the deal. And that is just foul. Remains 1-2 for Cervantes. Crowd chanting, Derek, Derek. Derek is 0 for 3 on the day. And that pitch is low and in the dirt, but blocked finally by Carmen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 8th. 5-5 is our score. There's a shot to shortstop. Handling it is Gibson. He throws on to first. And the runner is out. The runner is out to end that threat. We are going to go to the top of the 9th inning, folks. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network, X Sports TV, and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
We are now in the top of the 9th inning. 5-5 is our score. Extra innings, and what a great job by Hatfield, the pitcher for Giles County, getting out of that jam.
Absolutely it was. He come in a very ominous situation and did a fantastic job to get out of that. And now we're in the top half of the 9th. We're going to go another extra inning.
Dylan Carmen now batting. Swings through that one. 0-1. Yeah, Hatfield got himself into a jam with bases loaded and no outs. Was able to get out of it, allowing only 1 run. Did not allow the winning run to score. And here we are, top of the 9th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Carmen.
Got a lot of fans in Texas listening to us. They're giving us a thumbs up for our broadcast and wanted us to give a thumbs up too, and we're giving it. It's just hard for us for you to see us possibly. But yeah, we appreciate you listening to us, and I don't know if you can see, we're giving you the thumbs up in the background. Yeah, we appreciate it. We do the best we can.
2 balls, 1 strike. There's Mendy pitching. Ooh. That ball is inside.
Almost hit him.
Sure, he would have taken that at this point in the game.
We've seen that already. The players are willing to take a hit.
That ball is lifted into foul territory, and it will fall harmlessly. Full count. Dylan Carmen with 3 hits on the afternoon. 2 singles, and a double and a scored run. Fouled right back at us, as we are right behind home plate in our Parks Lumber broadcast position. Full count. And that ball is low, and Carmen will be on with a walk. Carmen has been on all 4 times he's come up to bat. Dylan Carmen is lifted now for a pinch runner. Sam Carden will now be running for Dylan Carmen. Miguel Hayes, leadoff batter for Giles County, at the dish. Reached on an error his last time up. Back to the pitcher. He mishandles it, throws to second though, and gets the out there in time. 1 away. Miguel Hayes will reach on a fielder's choice. Hatfield, who did a nice job of getting out of that jam last inning, now batting. Hatfield's 0 for 3 with a walk. Has struck out twice looking. The runner's going. Carden tries to steal second. He is out.
2 outs.
Costly for Giles County. Credit them for being aggressive on the base paths.
Great throw from the hind catcher for
Dubose has been showing a good
Brazaria
arm.
County. That was very close. His right hand may have actually beat the tag. But nonetheless, they call him out.
That ball is popped up to the first baseman, and he is under it, and he will make the catch. 5-5 is our score as we complete the top half of the 9th inning. SBC with a chance to win it. Coming up next, the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
As the umpire is talking it over with the SBC coach, they're conferring on whether or not Sam Hatfield is out of innings availability for the time being, but they seem to have agreed that he does have some time left on the mound. As we may have told you before, you know, all of these kids, in order to protect their arms, have an innings limit in a certain time period.
Yeah. So once again, the SBC comes to the plate and trying to win this game here in the bottom of the ninth.
Garcia now batting. 5-5 is our score. And that ball hits him.
Caught him on the leg.
Garcia takes his base. Winning run is on board for SBC. Check on the runner. He is back. Brandon Dubose is batting.
And the crowd from Texas over here has got some sort of Mexican chant going.
The runner steals second. Garcia in there safely.
Ball got by. Looked like it was a pretty good throw from the hind catcher. May have just hit the ground before and scooted on past the guy covering second. Nonetheless, we've got a Texas player in scoring position. He is the winning run.
Line shot to the second baseman. He catches it in the air. Tries to double up the runner, but the ball gets past the second baseman, and now the runner tries to advance to third, and he is in there safely. The winning run at third base for SBC, one away.
That was a very risky run there. Very aggressive base taken by Texas. He was trying to double him up at second, overthrew his shortstop, and ball went into shallow left field. And he took off for third, and the left fielder was there pretty quickly. But he had some wheels on him and just barely beat the throw.
With all the bunt attempts we've seen today, do you think they'll attempt to squeeze the runner home?
No, I don't. I
With
just
one
don't.
away? The infield is in like they're defending against it.
I just don't think that they're going to try. I don't know, though.
Horatio Garcia at the dish. We will see on this delivery. That ball's in there. It's a chopper to the second baseman. The runner stays at third. They will record the out at first. 2 away.
Very good heads-up play by the second baseman for Giles County. He held the runner at third and just tossed it over the first just in time. Good job by the first baseman of getting back and touching the bag. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the ninth. Tie game, runner at third. He is the winning run.
Sam Ryback at the dish. He has singled today.
It's very big for both teams here.
There's the pitch. Big block from Carmen.
Yeah, man. And you don't want to see this game end on a pass ball.
We've seen 3 crucial runs scored on wild pitches, past balls.
Yeah, we have, and you do not want that to happen. Make them beat him with your bat. Don't beat yourself.
There's a chopper to third. The runner is coming in, but the throw is going to first. In time! Giles County records the third out in the bottom of the ninth inning. We go to the 10th, folks. We are tied 5 each. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Blade Matthews, the first batter for Giles County, with a grounder to short, and the play is on to first, and he is out. Ooh, that was a close play at first base from Blade Matthews. He nearly beat that out. One away, though, here in the top of the 10th. We are tied 5 each. Giles County, Tennessee, and Southern Brazaria County, Texas. All knotted up here. Ben Peoples now batting. The lanky lefty takes the first pitch for a strike. Reinhardt now pitching for SBC. Delivers strike number 2. Oh, 0-2 to Peoples. Swing and a miss. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, this is moving pretty fastly here in the top of the 10th. Obviously not what Giles County had in mind. Of course, that could all change with one swing of the bat. Mac Young digs in.
Mac Young singled his last at bat.
Got a final from the Denver Trap Field. Lawrence County wins that one. They are officially 3-0 for the tournament. It's the host team.
1-1 to Mac Young.
I'm really impressed with this Giles County team and the way they fought back after last night's game.
They persevered in this one.
Yeah, because that game, like I said, it didn't end until about 12:30 CDT. They bounced back really quickly.
The 1-2 delivery is foul backed.
Most of those kids probably didn't get in bed till probably close to 2 a.m. And they'd be back up here at the ballpark and getting batting practice in and infield. They didn't have a very big turnaround.
That curveball is high. 2-2.
Well, he takes a lot off that curve. He's got a fastball that's moving in, I'm guessing, in the mid-60s, and then that curveball comes in about 55, 50.
Pop fly to right field. It will be out of play as the outfielder attempts to dive, and Garcia cannot come up with it. Out of play.
He had some wheels.
Yeah, he had some big closing speed there, didn't he?
Wow. I mean, he come in from right field. He was moving on.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 10th inning. 5-5 is our score.
It's a good at bat right here.
The 2-2. That is up. Full count. Giles County trying to get a go-ahead runner on base. He steps out. Umpire granted time. Or wait, no, he did not grant time. And he calls that a ball.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought he granted time because the batter stepped out of the box, did Mac Young, but then that pitch was right down the middle. You can't argue balls and strikes, though.
He's fixing to argue balls and strikes, and I don't blame him. The Texas coach is out arguing that one.
Do we have – I don't know if we can get a replay of that, but That was right down the middle.
It was.
He did not grant time. See, I thought he granted time. That's why he didn't get rung up.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. I thought, well, he granted time, which was really late to grant somebody time. And that was right down the middle. And, you know, we have certain capabilities that we can and can't do on the replay. We have very limited replay ability, and it's just because of we don't have millions of dollars worth of equipment. We do have replay, but there's certain things you got to do. We got certain parameters we got to be in order for that to happen, and that might not have been one of them there. So just trust us when we tell you that was a strike.
Now batting Bryce Gibson. So Mac Young reaches on a walk.
This umpire crew today has really struggled in this game. I wouldn't say they've changed the outcome necessarily, but I think they've got the calls right. It's just some of the calls have been questionable when they overturned them and how they did it.
Now will Mac Young attempt to steal? We've seen Dubose with that good arm. That ball is in there for a strike.
And there's been certain calls that, you know, obviously have, you know, been questionable and very close that could have went either way. And, you know, there's a foul ball that was off his foot in the batter's box that they called a foul, and some thought it hit the plate and was fair, but it was off his foot in the batter's box, and it was a foul ball at that point.
3-1.
And the way he motioned it, he was pointing at the plate, but if it hits the plate, it's in fair territory. But it did, you know, it hit his foot first. I think that's what he was trying to point at.
Young is on at first. That ball is high for ball 4. The go-ahead run is at second base for Giles County here in the top of the 10th inning, as Dallin Harris steps up to the plate. Dallin Harris has singled today and scored a run. He walked his last time up. That ball is poked foul. Oh and 1. There's a shot to the second baseman, and he will catch it in the air. That is out number 3. The threat is squelched. Texas with a chance to win it coming up in the bottom of the 10th. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network, Exports TV, and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Bottom of the 10th inning. Extra baseball, folks. SBC Southern Brazaria, County, Texas, trying to win this in the bottom of the 10th. Blake Perry at the dish. Ball 1. Blake was hit by a pitch his last at bat. Has also reached on a fielder's choice.
This has been another long affair for this Giles County team.
Giles County doesn't know how to play any other way.
No, man. You know, they've had 2 3-hour-plus games, and this one is
it's approaching that.
It is approaching that.
We're approaching 3 hours. We got started at 2:30 Central Time. That is strike 1 to Blake Perry. Five runs, 8 hits for Giles County with 3 errors. Texas with 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors as Blake Perry will take his base hit by pitch.
I think he was hit by pitch in the last at bat.
He was. You know, there's some players like that. You know, a lot of major league players. I can, Colton Wong is one example for the Cardinals. He leans out over the plate. He's a lefty, but he is one of the top hit players in Major League.
Yeah.
And we've seen Blake Perry get hit his last 2 times at bat. Now Sincere Jackson, who seems to be a catalyst for comebacks for SBC at the dish. 1 on, no outs. Bottom of the 10th inning, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Tom Cruise Field. We have played 3 complete games this afternoon. This is the 2nd game on the Tom Cruise Field. More games to come, folks, in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network. Some great storylines thus far in the tournament. The rain, one storyline. The wild pitches scoring a bunch of runs in this game, another storyline. Typically with 3 umpires on the field, now only 2 umpires on the field with the heavy schedule that we have today.
Yeah. And that has definitely come up possibly a couple times.
And there's another line shot by Sincere Jackson down the left field line. Runners on first and second for SBC. That is a carbon copy of the hit that he had in the 5th inning.
He is a fine ball player.
Runners at first and second. No outs. As you hear the familiar chants, SBC from the Southern Brazaria County, Texas fan club.
Yeah, and they have got a rather large crowd. They have traveled well here to Tennessee.
And there is a bunt down the first base line, but it's going to dribble foul. The Giles County faithful pretty much on pins and needles, chewing their fingernails kind of a vibe. It's like the tense moment in a movie. They don't want to move. They don't want to speak. They're just there. What's going to happen? This SBC fan contingent, kind of lively and raucous.
They are, and they have a lot of fans listening back home that are tweeting at us at X Sports Radio.
From Lake Trapson.
Yeah, we're
down in southern Texas.
Flashing a few of those across the screen. We appreciate that. You know, we're doing this for you guys. We're not doing it for our health, I can promise you. We're doing it so you guys can watch your kids and family members and your townsmen. If people come back home, we're doing it so you can watch it, trying to give you the best shots possible, the best production possible.
Hatfield from the stretch. Another bunt attempt by Arizmendi. That is foul. 0-2. Tyler Reinhardt in the batters on the on-deck circle. Arizmendi has singled and walked. He's also popped out to right and to the first baseman. There's a chopper to first. Quickly onto first is Peoples, and he will look at the runners and keep them in their respective bases. 1 away.
The winning run is 90 feet away.
Southern Brazaria County, Texas, trying to win this thing in the bottom of the 10th inning here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. And looks like they may intentionally walk Reinhardt to load the bases.
That way you get a force at any bag. Smart play call.
Reinhardt stepping with the pitch just in case they leave one out over the box, over the plate, and he is all over home plate too. Steps in front of the plate actually as the pitch is thrown. Intentional walk to Reinhardt. Will load the bases. Sets up a force play.
It's very big. Of course, a double play would send us to the 11th, and we need new score sheets if that takes place.
Cervantes now steps to the dish. Grounded out to short his last time up. And there's a shot in between third and short. That will score the game-winning run. Southern Brazaria County, Texas wins in the bottom of the 10th inning over a dejected Giles County team. What a ball game, folks. 6-5 is our final. We will come back with some totals as Texas wins over Giles County. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network, X Sports TV, and WKSR.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
We're back. We're just sitting here discussing all the fine plays that were that happened in this game. Let's first talk about the first volunteer player of the game, and that is going to go to Sincere Jackson for Southern Brazaria County, Texas. He was 3 for 5 on the day with a couple of runs scored, and the first volunteer player of the game, again, is Sincere Jackson for Southern Brazaria County, Texas. The U-Safe Car and Truck save of the game brought to you by U-Safe Car and Truck Rental, where you always have a choice. U-Safe Car and Truck Rental, the official rental car company of the X Sports Radio Network and the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Cam has that play.
Yeah, basically there was a play that was Sincere was charging in the shortstop for Southern Brazaria County. Kind of got ran over there a little bit. And
he was going out, Sincere was coming in.
It was a short fly ball. He hung on to it and doubled up the runner here at home. When he made the catch, made a great throw. To me, that's the save of the game. He didn't make that play. Giles County may end up winning this game, so that was a big play.
And the Cocina Real play of the game brought to you by Cocina Real, the home of authentic Mexican taste. We're going to say that it's the call that was overturned. Sincere Jackson attempting to steal third, goes from second to third, and the umpire in the field called him out.
Yeah.
And it was a close call.
It was.
And then the SBC coach asked for an appeal. That ended the inning, by the way, or so everybody thought. Well, the call was appealed, and they appealed it to the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
He overturned it, and Sincere Jackson ended up scoring, and that was a game changer right there. So that is the Cocina Real play of the game. And folks, we're not done. We're only halfway through. We've got more ball games coming up. What do we got coming up, Cam?
We've got Sarasota, Florida against Southern Brazaria County, SBC, Texas. We've got that game coming up next. It's not over yet. We've got 2 more games, and then that game will be followed by Pittsfield, Massachusetts versus West End, PA. And that game will start at 7:30. Chances are it's going to be later than 7:30 start because I think they're going to have about probably a 30-minute, 45-minute break. But follow X Sports Radio on Twitter, and we will get those start times out to you as quick as possible because they have not told us. It was originally planned to start at 5, but we're past 5.
Obviously.
At this point, Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time. So we'll let you know, but you know where to find us.
Stay tuned. That's right. For Ricky Nelson, Bethany Nelson, Ricky Lee Nelson, our technical director, all the folks back at the radio station working hard, and Ben Methvin, Nick Moore, and all the folks working hard at the field. And, of course, for Cam Mashburn, I'm Kevin Kilpatrick. We'll be back in just a little bit. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network, X Sports TV, and WKSR.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.